Hello again. Right, listen, a lot of the videos I make, I think about it for a while and I write them up and I script them and I try to memorize as much as I can. They still come from the heart, yeah, but it's just, it's my way of trying to make them as clear and concise as I possibly can. But every now and then I make a video unscripted, and what I do is I take my heart out of my chest and I put it on my sleeve and I see where it takes us. And this video is going to be one of them. As we're all aware, 13 years ago, yeah, a young girl called Madeline McCann, 3 or 4 years old she was at the time, was apparently or supposedly abducted from a holiday chalet or apartment over in Portugal while her parents were in the pub. Now, this story's been in the news on and off for them 13 years. Not so much in the last couple of years, but before that, absolutely. Now, if you've watched my videos, you know my thoughts on the mainstream media. And if the only information that you have regarding the Madeline McCann disappearance, yeah, is from the mainstream media, from BBC, ITV, Sky News, CNN, and the newspapers, then some of what I say in this video may come as a bit of a shock to you. And do you know what? I hope it does. Because there's a lot more to this story than you're being told about in the mainstream media. And I'm making this video now because of news that's come to light in the past week where German police have got a suspect, and they suspect that this 44-year-old paedophile has killed Madeline. And he's in prison at the moment having raped somebody, but they won't say the age of the person he's raped. But apparently he's attacked a 77-year-old man as well as 4 and 5-year-old girls. Okay? So it begs a lot of questions. And the first question it begs is this: how's it taken 13 years for them to find out that, as they say now, as they claim, that this 44-year-old, 17 years ago would have been 13 years ago. So this 31-year-old man was present in Pré de Luge around the time that Madeline went missing. And then they've got information whereby he drove this car, he drove that car, he hired this car, he changed the number plates and all this bullshit. And it took 13 years for this to come to light, with all the investigation and all the money that's been ploughed into this investigation. It doesn't ring true to me. It sounds to me like a fit-up. It sounds to me very much like this fella has been handpicked, chosen, right, we're going to pin this on him to end it once and for all. Okay? And if you think this doesn't happen, then you're living in a dreamland. Just think of Jill Dando's killer. Jill Dando's was murdered on her doorstep, and some guy, I think he was called Barry George, was fitted up and sent down for the crime. Okay? Because they didn't want the real perpetrator caught. Because if they caught the real perpetrator, it might shed light on who actually ordered her execution, and that would shock the UK to its core. Okay? So don't think they don't fit these people up in certain circumstances. But it begs the question, what is it about the McCanns? Who do the McCanns know? What have they got on people that they've received basically such protection from the authorities and the mainstream media? Because they're the prime suspects in this case, without a doubt. The Portuguese police completely believe that they killed their child that same night in that apartment. Okay? Then the British police stuck their nose in and got involved, and all of a sudden the McCanns aren't suspects anymore. Something smells here. Something smells to the high heaven. But amid all this fucking bullshit, there's still a young child who's either still missing, which I doubt, or lost her life, lost her right to life at an early age. And instead of somebody having the guts and the balls to come clean, yeah, this is just dragging on and on. And you can imagine it now. Oh, Madeline's got justice after all, this guy. But bullshit, okay? Madeline will never have justice until the true killers related to her are brought to justice. And if you've only ever watched this on the mainstream media, let me tell you some of the facts about this case, okay? Madeline McCann's mother was interviewed by the police after her disappearance. She was asked 24 questions in that interview. She refused to answer 23 of the 24 questions. The only question she answered was the last question, and the last question was this: Mrs. McCann, do you know that by refusing to answer any of these questions, that you are inhibiting our chances of finding your daughter. Her answer was yes. Some of the questions were so innocuous. Some of the questions were as innocuous as this. What did Madeline get up to on the afternoon before her disappearance? Why would her mother not answer that question? What is there to hide? In subsequent interviews, right, both of these McCanns have made fraudulent slips with their wording, yeah, that indicate they basically know that the child is not alive. How could they know she's not alive? It's also been claimed that when they wanted to bring sniffer dogs in, Jerry did everything he possibly could to prevent that from happening. And it's also claimed that the sniffer dogs smelt blood at the back of a sofa and smelt the presence of a corpse in the boot of their hired car. You've never heard that on mainstream media, I can guarantee you. Now, if this had been some council estate family from Bradford or Rochdale or something, and this exact same circumstances applied to them, that family, them parents would be vilified from pillar to post. There would be disgust and disdain physically thrown at these people in the streets for leaving their child alone while they go out boozing night after night. It wasn't even a one-off, okay? And also the finger of blame would be pointed at them and the finger would never come away. The finger of blame at the McCanns was removed, yeah, after a few months, yeah? Removed by who? Why? It's absolutely disgusting, right? On the internet, yeah, you've had body language specialists and you've had psychologists and all sorts of people, yeah, right, looking at the McCann's interviews, okay? And every one of them to a T have pointed out, yeah, that there's something not right, yeah, about their story, about their actions, about their body language, yeah, that basically they're lying and have been lying since day one, okay? But you know what, right? Forget about the lying, forget about the psychologists, forget about the body language, forget about the fraudulent slips, right? Forget about all them things, okay? Two things in this whole case stand out to me. Two things stand out to me, yeah? One is the apparent lack of compassion and apparent love for that child from them parents is absolutely astounding, okay? Astounding, right? The second thing that stands out for me is, right, the morning after their child went missing, them two parents, yeah, did not physically, along with the locals and the police, go looking for their own child. They didn't physically look for their child. But Kate McCann went for a fucking jog. What kind of a woman goes out for a run, yeah, when her fucking child has been abducted and is missing? It's absolutely shocking what's happened to this young girl, yeah? And do you know what? Even if it turns out I'm wrong, yeah? Even if it turns out I'm wrong and this fella has killed Madeline, which I doubt, but say that's the truth, yeah? I still don't care. Because them parents, yeah, fucking how they call themselves parents, I'll never know. Them two people have shown such a lack of compassion, yeah, such a lack of caring, of love, of affection, of any of them things. And that woman has had the fucking audacity to walk around for 10 years holding Madeline's favourite cuddly toy in her fucking hand. Yeah? She couldn't wait to wash that toy after Madeline went missing. Who the hell washes, yeah, your missing child's favourite toy with the last smell of your daughter on that toy and you can't wait to wash it? Wake up, people, yeah, and keep an eye out on this story, because I'm telling you there's a fit-up, yeah, a fit-up of massive proportions coming our way. And if the fit-up happens and this guy's arrested, yeah, they're even saying, yeah, the Madeline McCann spokespeople and the people in the media are saying, oh, it's time to wrap this up, yeah? This could be the opportunity to wrap this up. What? Wrap it up. Wrap Madeline up, yeah? Like an oily rag on your kitchen and kick her under the fridge so nobody sees it. It's disgusting. It's a stain on humanity what happened to that child, yeah? Yeah? And the absolute disgusting fit-up that's about to take place. There you go. All right, guys. All I can say is, wherever you are, Madeline, rest in peace. And I'm sorry that you were brought into the world by such a pair of horrifically horrible, yeah, emotionless bastards as parents. You know, that was the lottery ticket you got from life, and you certainly didn't deserve it, you beautiful, precious little darling. I hope you're up in heaven, yeah, unless you are alive. If not, I hope you're up there resting in peace forever. Till next time, guys, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Bye for now.